again. They sleep, we wake them up the champs.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. No more training camp, no more exhibitions. The 2018 NFL season on EA Sports is underway. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. That was the Florida Atlantic alum. This is Alfred Morris. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle. On second down, here's Garoppolo. Flush to his right. Room here to run. And Owen coughed it up. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
The tackle made there by Linval Joseph.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Screen play, McKinnon. Finding some room at midfield. A huge play there on the screen pass. 44 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, all the way down at the 21-yard line. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Buying time to his, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Daniil Hunter able to drop him for a loss of a couple. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Now Garoppolo throwing on second. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Finds his target. It's Gates. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. '49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
One of my favorite safeties in the league is Harrison Smith. His ability to support in the run game, as we just saw there, that's key, but also can cover deep as well.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. This will be caught at about the 5. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Antonio Gates, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Gold now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Hey, 382, listen.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Solomon Thomas there on the tackle.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Spurs, here we go.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. First down, here's the run with Cook. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here we go. Black. Here we go.
Cousins now on 2nd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
On the toss, it's McKinnon. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And an alley to run. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Here's McKinnon, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. Play action. Now Garoppolo. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. He had the touchdown catch on the last drive. Now he's got a first down. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football, and they've got it here with a first down. McKinnon. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Here we go, here we go.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Escaping the pressure right. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jimmy Garoppolo with his second touchdown pass of this first half. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
Gold now out to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Vikings heading out, and we'll have to see what the Falcons do this year, but we do know that the Vikings will not be the first team to play the Super Bowl in their home stadium because they had that shot last year, Charles. Came up short in the NFC title game, but this is a club that has retooled to make another run.
Still built defense first, in the image of their head coach, Mike Zimmer. And they have all-stars at every level. Start with Linval Joseph at defensive tackle. Move back to Anthony Barr at linebacker. Xavier Rhodes at cornerback. Harrison Smith at safety. They can do it all on defense. But the signing of Kirk Cousins on offense at quarterback signals that this is a Vikings team that wants to open things up a little bit, get a little bit more explosive, and not have to play quite as many grinded-out games as they did in 2017.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 43.
Hey, Stever.
First down, here's Cousins. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Garoppolo looks to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Now he's forced out left into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. And the young buck, the rookie, just racked up his first career interception.
And how about the scouting department? They've got to be very happy right now because in NFL parlance, he's a 3rd-day selection. Anyone after the 4th round, that's big-time scouting right there, and what a great play he just made.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it's a 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs. Now a play fake here on first down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Second down, Cousins. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They've got a first and goal from the 10-yard line. They'll run with Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. Cousins to throw it. That's complete right around the 8. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's third and goal.
Here we go. Yellow, yellow. Ready, sit, go. Yellow, yellow. Wait your heart, huh?
Third and goal for Cousins. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Daniel Carlson now for the Viking field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Carlson able to put this one through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The 49ers heading out, and if you listen real closely, you can hear it, the buzz right now that is around this 49er team. And look, they finished last year strong. Big reason why, Jimmy Garoppolo. So a lot of hope coming into 2018.
And I think you nailed everything that you're really talking about with this team, starting with Jimmy Garoppolo. But I think underneath it, I go back to the start of last season, brand new head coach in Kyle Shanahan, brand new general manager, and a brand new direction. And they stayed the course despite starting the season with a long losing streak. Many people wondered if they would win a game, but they didn't panic, didn't rush out and get a lot of veterans for short-term help. Just said, this is our team, this is our structure, let's go for it. And they kept doing that and finished the season with a 5-game winning streak led by, as you mentioned, Jimmy Garoppolo, and a lot of hope and optimism for the future.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Gonna let this thing go deep for Gates. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. This is fielded at the 27. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Spurs, go, let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Kendall Wright, the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Garoppolo on 1st down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Let's go.
Following the interception, Cousins. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Rhino!
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. And right with it here over the middle. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Hey, we're good. Listen to me.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Here we go. Here we go. Lino!
Working out of the gun. Cousins. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make him punt it. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Carlson is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So they're still down, but they are able to salvage 3 here heading into the lockers.
This is what you work on from the beginning of training camp. Heading into the half, put some points on the board. No matter what the score says at that point, you've accomplished what you set out to do.
So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. Short kick. One of the up mid will take it now. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll check in for the first time with the newest member of our Madden family. It's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Starting the third quarter with Cook. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
To throw is Cousins. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long.
Hey, 382, let's 50. They're hot.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Got his man complete over the middle. It's right. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. Here's Ryan Quigley now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, Let's take control right away.
Defense,
we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. Gates has it over the middle. And he's going to get this one all the way up to the 30. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch.
11.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Black 80! Yes!
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. Flushed out right. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case,
Let's go.
never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Got a man, it's right. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kendall Wright, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Vikings are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game. Mike Zimmer's made the decision. His guys will go for 2. To throw, Cousins. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, It changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Now Garoppolo throwing on second. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Daniil Hunter in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They go play action here on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Pierre Garçon, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. He finds McKinnon, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Garoppolo, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. On 1st down, Garoppolo. He dumps off to Morris. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing on 1st is Garoppolo. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. The Niners on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
11.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Over the middle to Garcon. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to... Fourth down. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They'll go with a keeper.
For those vertically challenged quarterbacks, here's a time where they will tell you it's an advantage to be a little bit on the smaller side. Able to duck in behind their offensive line and stick the ball across the imaginary yellow line for a first down.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Garoppolo now, first down throw. And he's got it. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the 49ers have moved out in front. Now Gold for the extra point. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. Gold now out to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on. And this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Reuben Foster in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Well, it was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Now Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins He's lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
This is Morris. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Here we go. Like 20!
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Sheldon Richardson in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on third and long?
11. 13.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Here we go. Where's the hot?
And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Let's go.
On play action, Cousins. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Like 80! Like 20!
Now it's Morris. Down right around the 25. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now Garoppolo. Caught by Gates, left side. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And Gold is able to put it through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Well, yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Cousins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Clock running here, under 90 seconds to go. Here's Cousins. And this is Cook with a grab. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Vikings on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Cousins to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, You bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. Carlson able to put this one through. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So we're back to a one-score game, and now you figure we'll likely see an onside kick.
Yeah, they've only got the one timeout remaining, so I think they've got to take a chance at getting the ball back.
And the 49er hands team does its job. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice. Well, this is a new concept. It's 3rd down, but they've got the punt unit on. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for San Francisco, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
up, gang? Let me go secure for the gang right quick. Hey, what's up, gang? I got it. I think it's my fault. For real. What's up, gang? Hey, I got that check-in to go. I'm gone. A lot of these look lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No car. I want that car. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. Good drip. Good drip. But she love you. Don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the lights. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. I went from filling out kites to putting it my block. Blue Gucci sweater is drill. Somebody give me a. These ain't like the cops. Gossiping more than a. In jail I had. I make you cut off the. Think that I made it, they can't be my friends, so they wanna be ops. If I see them hanging and I'm in that spaceship, I'm dropping the top. Ain't like my beat ain't no happy belated, I'm counting the guap. Who gave you the voice? Who told you your thoughts count? GPS straight to the money. I put my big homie got the big Mickey Mouse. You posted your at 12 and 8 that night, she had my all over the mansion. Can't sit on my house. I got that check-in to go. A lot of these look lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No car. I want that car. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you. Don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the lights. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes.
With me, boy. Your hands in your fingers. Your ears with get back, watch it turn to a singer. Get it fighting like this Jerry Springer. All of my sit the back that like a popo. Don't do these they popo. Had a G-Wagon truck turned to Rojo. Find a cable 2 wheels and they going wild down in Soho. One was black and the other was Mexican. Had a like a pollo. Younger than you with a Maybach. Younger than you with a Bentley. Finna got in the gently. Ain't being friends with these. When I was down, I so had sympathy. But that's how I go when you broke. Now I'm like mistletoe. This do my own. Not gonna lost on these new clones. Then she asked for a loan. Had to laugh, then I told her get gone. Gon' get that me on. Ain't no give me not a thing. So I spend 90K on my range. You can see all my pain in my watch. Got my ex down and walking around with my hand on my. Cause I'm popping and I know you not. And I know you see just how I'm living. You're not happy with life, so you rockin' Reeboks on treetops.